Here comes an intro that I made for Inspired by Everyone who's been here. Look at it.
Welcome to Ragnar's Gate Tarot. If you are searching for a path to deeper insights, guidance, and spiritual connection, by becoming a member and choosing one of our levels, you will gain access to exclusive content, personalized readings, and the support of a like-minded mystical community, depending on the gate number you choose to activate. Ragnar's Gate 1. $6 per month. Access weekly synchronized guidance cards/tarot tale videos. Participate in exclusive members-only live Q&A sessions. Ragnar's Gate 2. $12 per month. Everything from Gate 1. Plus, a detailed monthly tarot reading crafted just for you via email or video link. Ragnar's Gate 3. $28 per month. All from Gates 1 and 2. Plus, a 15-minute live, one-on-one tarot session every month. And discounts and special offers on private tarot readings. Unlock the magic. Choose your gate, support the channel, and dive into a world of deeper understanding. Click join to become a member today. In https://buymeacoffee.com/RagnarsGateTarot.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, check first the description how this works. Okay, hey, sorry, I think I had some problems with my sound. So basically, in the description there is the instructions how this works. I'm using Zener cards, basically, so the idea is to guess this, which one it is. So, but please check from the description or the beginning of the video how it goes. I think I was being on mute. There is like a new software and all sorts of technical glitches, so sorry about that. Okay, so cool. So we're gonna begin. This is really good. We get started immediately. There's no time for too much of anything. So prepare yourself. Anyone who is there can join as well. The one who got it right and all that, I will tell. Okay, starting now. Go for it. Answer in the chat. So I'm projecting it for you and through the non-digital ether, and try to keep it in my head. You need to know what it is. Yes, it is. But like I said, check from the description how this works, so you know what to do, please. It's a free reading with a twist. Read the instructions. Instructions are always kind of like, I don't know. Do people read them? Many do, somebody don't. I don't, many times. So yeah, it's in the description of the video how this works. And by the way, this is session 17 already. So that's kind of something. It's the star. So pay attention to the signs. That's kind of interesting, no? For example, among other things. No, you don't have to. You feel free to if you want. The only thing is to read, check how this works. The idea is that I will take a card. You need to guess the right one. When you guess it, if right, then I read. I make the interpretation. So please check out the instructions, everyone. No, you don't. Like I said, you don't have to buy anything. It's free. If you want to, you can, but it's not mandatory. It's just how you feel about it. So it's like it says there, it's a free reading, but there's a twist. Like I said, I'm using Zener cards, and how it works is in the description and in the beginning of the video. Okay. So alright, basically, the idea, I will go through it now once. I don't know if in the video was on mute also at the time. There was, like I said, some technical glitches. I will show you this. Alright, so basically the idea is here, and this is for the future for everyone else also. So I will go through it now. Maybe it's in mute and then maybe the description doesn't do justice for it. So basically I'm using Zener cards that I used for ASP studies or research. Okay, and you have 5 symbols. Every time I will take a card of these Zener cards, it can be one of these 5. So star, square, cross, wave, or circle. Okay? So basically the idea is like when I shuffle the cards, and when I say now, I'm gonna be putting one card like this, and in your end you have to write the answer, what you think the card is, in the chat. If there is many people and many people get it right, which would be of course preferable, then the first one who writes the answer will get the question they want answered, and it's free. The idea is like when you guess, let's say it would have been waves, you said waves, then I'm gonna be, hey, good luck, good job there, and then we're gonna read your question and read from the cards what is the answer. So that's the stuff. And with the Buy Me Coffee, there's memberships and you can make donations if you want. There's no, you have to subscribe, you have to do whatever. This is what it is in totality. So free readings with a twist. The Zener card also, the point is to create a synchronicity, what Carl Jung with his psychology business was talking about. Okay, so now be ready. We're gonna do this. Apologies about the technical glitches, they've been pesting me recent days. So here we go, coming now. So one of the 5 symbols. Anyone in the chat can participate. I'm putting it out in the ether now, so you use your extrasensory perception and know what is the card. It's a great way to build your intuition. Go for it. And right with the first card, dude. Muy bien, like they say in Spain. This was really good. But the all, patience with this and how it was a bit struggling this start paid off. You got it right with the first ones. For some it's taken first, somebody got 3 right in a row, somebody took 7 cards to get it. So now there should be a connection between us. So now, you had a question, I think it was, will I be single this year also? TB, hello, and welcome. Check the instructions or how this works in the video description. Okay, so I think there has been a bit of a glitch, so okay. So yeah, and earlier in the video I have also tried to give very basic instructions, thorough how this works. So it's free readings, you don't have to pay for it. We use Zener cards. Please check on the beginning of the video how this is. And now the question was from Surabhi Kumari. And TB again, welcome to the channel. And yeah, so you had, will I be single this year also, was Kumari's question. Okay, let's see what we can see. Oh, maybe I don't see anything. Everything is here. Everything answers are in your head. So let's see. Yes, we can ask. We're gonna ask this. We're gonna go like this. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So basically, I think, well, this is like I said, basically, I think you've been concentrating like on practical matters and maybe other matters than love life in your life. I think for work more and for like property, money, like concrete things in your health, or I would say work. That you have been. I think I get this impression that you've been working hard. You came work every morning at 6, taking account of what has been happening on your farm or on your situation. And at the moment, somehow I think you are making harvest. It's the harvest time, so you're making like a basically taking. Well, you're counting, you're estimating, like you can see the person here, estimating what is basically what you have gathered. And maybe you want to also like little bit, you're a little bit thinking that should you like limit certain things and how you would act in this. I think you are now a little bit in a situation that you are ready to move and do maybe other things. Maybe you start to feel like you have gained enough of the wealth and now it's time for something else. I don't necessarily, well, I see here, will you be single when it's the ace? In that sense, I would say because of being the ace, and well, it's the swords, it's an air card, this is like the earth card, like is this one the material, and this would be air and the mind and all that, so I think sort of everything is possible. I think it depends how you're gonna think about it. If you think that you are going to be, yes, then this is what you is. So you basically I would say that it's in that sense in your, maybe you're like, if you're reasoning this way and you kind of like you create the reality in such manner that if you say that yeah, well, I'm probably gonna be single this year as well, even then you are. But I would say that you basically would have to sort of use your head also. But I would say with this that I see that you might be single this year too. That would be what would be the answer on my view. So I think that would be sort of like sort of like more of the same, I guess. Like that there is potential, but would you like to have an advice card on this one, Kumari? Again, TB, check out the instructions in the beginning of the video, and now I think I was trying to put them on the description. They should show there also. So like I said, I'm using Zener cards. There's the brief info, is really simple in the end. So Surabhi Kumari, sorry for a Finnish person. Yes, the answer is yes. Like I said, for me it seems like you've been concentrated on more like making money or working hard, being consistent, but at the moment I was seeing that I would think that you are making like moves and you start to wonder that maybe there should be something else, and I think it's possible that you could get something, but then I'm thinking that I don't know if you set with your mind the thing that you will be. And if you don't want to be, but if you will still think, well, I'm probably gonna be single, then you probably will. But like I said, if you want, I will pull a card for advice also. Yes, this is what I see in the cards. But I think this is really like about that sort of like you have somehow, you're making some kind of logic and reasoning about this, that this is, you somehow, I don't know, I don't see like cups would be, you know, like the, about feelings, maybe wants and all that. So this doesn't really like in a sense indicate something else on my view. Yeah, so like I was saying that this is like practicality, then you're taking toll, and then I see the sword, which is card for mind and logic reason. So like I said, I see no cups, I see practical things, you know, like, and in a way being in a relationship and finding someone, of course there is maybe practicalities, like if you sit at home and you don't go anywhere, maybe you don't find anyone, or maybe you find someone online, who knows, but I don't see like things that would indicate talk about emotion or passion and stuff like that so much. And of course, like I said, if you want, I can pull you advice card, for example. And of course, like you can ask another question, like what would you need to do if you don't want to be single, for example. If you want to be with someone, that's another thing. I don't want to impose too much in that sense. So like basically, what would you need to do to get what would you need to focus on to get there? But I see that this is like a, okay. What is the chance I will be in a relationship? Well, okay. Yeah, I think I have like the King of Swords is one thing because I need to also pay attention a little better. I get like excited and all that. So hey, I will put you the advice. Okay, I think it needs to be this one. So let's say that you want to be in a relationship. Well, funny enough that we have a cup that is upside down. We have the page of cup upside down. So I think that would relate. Well, this cup kind of runs empty and it goes down, but I think the point is like you also like with this ace, you have basically like you have unlimited resources for your mind and all that and the intellect, and you can create things with that as well. When it goes to this, I would say that you need a balance for this whole business. I think you have to find balance between the practical matters, because there is a practicality in a sense that you want to go into a temple, or you want to go to a bar, you want to go to an amusement park, wherever you want to go to find other people with there, or you want to do it online, who knows. But I think you need to find a balance for the whole situation, basically. Because this is now also indicates that, like I said, that was the cups were missing. Only there's only three cards were like in the past, present, future kind of state here, and then the sword, and now it comes with the cup but upside down. Okay. So that would be the thing that you would kind of have to. The balance will give you more like a glimpse, I think, to the emotional side of your life and your emotion. That I think even I would say that are somehow like being hidden a little bit at the moment, not in plain sight. And yeah, also like, well, like you said, that like I said, like actually said brushed on it in a way, like when I said that you, if for example practicalities, you know, that you put yourself somewhere than is other people, because if you're alone somewhere, yes, the chances you are being with someone is really low, right, or non-existent. So in a way you will be emotionally thinking also, like there is like every action has a reaction in a sense, and basically give some, get some also, and when something happens that leads to something else. So for example, in that sense, the practicality that you go somewhere already creates something that will create some happening. You bump into accidentally someone, who knows, you know. Or in the movies you spill, hopefully not warm coffee, but you spill something or someone, you meet someone and that's the love of your life, or who knows. Mm-hmm. So I would also say that you are kind of, I think you are somehow putting, kind of like not really wearing your feelings on your sleeve, you know, or showing them so much. I think it's like, well, depends what you want to do, but like I said, it seems like you are at the moment somehow wondering that maybe you have enough of the wealth business or work business, that you need also something else. Yeah. And also, by the way, for everyone, still when we do the Zeners, there is no limitations. It's like the magician. There's no limitations. They're all in your head. You can participate to guessing the cards as many times, one card, one answer, but as many times as I am doing this, so no worries. So if you don't get now, maybe you have many chances. I'm gonna be here for a while. Okay, does it make sense for you, Kumari? Or is it like Sarabi? Was that okay? And of course, in this kind of stuff, if you want to go very deep in some matters and you want to make like more detailed stuff and figure even things even better, this is why then there are the private readings you can book with me through the email. And if you have something really serious stuff going on that you need clarity, that's one way also, which I highly recommend. And then that is also like one concentrates, for example, in I am there, can be a video call or whatever. I am with you, I am not talking to someone else, I'm not chatting, or I'm not correcting the camera or the light, or because and then it's just like about the thing, and then the concentration is even better. So that gives even better results always. Okay, but hey, there we have it. If you're cool with that, so are you ready for more? So that would be, anyone in the chat can participate. In the descriptions, instructions how this works. Free readings with a twist. With this twist. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, yeah, well, I was also explaining, if there is no urgency in that sense, let's get the stuff rolling with this. So I was also having, like, I take always a card. I take a card before I go to sleep. I take a card before the readings. I take a card before I go to the toilet. I'm just kidding. I don't, who knows. But basically, for example, before going to sleep, I remember one day I took the justice card, and when I closed my eyes, I have certain things for the justice, which is funny that I pick it on random most of the times, and sometimes I felt like I needed to take certain card. So basically, I took the justice and I closed my eyes, about to fall asleep, and I have the card in my head, and it starts to move. The card, the woman in the card, the figure justice, it started to move her hands. So then it gives you this kind of idea that, like, the justice is moving, so it could be considering, like, that the justice is gonna happen, or it's gonna get done, or that was the idea with the justice card. But now I have these wands, and basically it's fire cards, like I said when I was starting this, and then I was happily interrupted because Kumari came, and yeah, then we do the reading, which is really cool. But I will continue a little bit about this, and well, if you are in the chat, let me know. I will try to follow it as good as I can, and then we will continue this session number 17, which is the star. There is hope. So yeah, I could see that you have 5 figures here. What I would see in this card, I would say that there is like these 2 are actually fighting, and the 3 of them are rooting. It's like you have a circle where somebody's like doing this, and then others are like, yeah, go for it, hit him, or whatever, something like this. So basically that is what I would see here. And then in the next card you have, when this goes forward, you have 4, 5, 6. In the 6 there happens to be this guy who seemed to come out of this as a victor, basically, who gets recognition. Although have to keep in mind that these are minor arcanes, so these are not like life lessons like the majors, they are more serious, more like this is more daily. So this would be, for example, considered like, this is not like a huge fight, this is more like just a little bit uh, yeah, like I said, this is like concrete stuff. It's more like daily stuff, I would say. Like this drive, what would be like some issues would be like this kind of like daily inconveniences. More if you would have uh, another card which has the major arcane, uh, in, that would be then like more serious kind of things, in a sense. It's like, let's say that you get this guy here, basically that would really mean some kind of like, it means, well, the very basic meaning usually always first that comes to mind is, as you can see, that things that have not been built on solid foundation will crumble, but that means like that's a life-changing event. This is more like that, okay, you drop your toothpaste, on the floor, yeah, then you hit your toe, and or then you have some like between friends you can have some kind of like issues. This could mean something like somebody plays a trick on you. Depends on the cards how this looks like, but it's still like some kind of conflict with something is, I think, would be in this. And fire and the wands as a time, I would be that this is not something that would last also super long. That would pass, because if you can think about like a wand, like if it's a, well, torch burns kind of sometime, but a match or like wood, it burns relatively fast, sort of. So this would be something that will pass also kind of fast. And somehow the funny thing is this, and that, and basically it has, well, it could be also considered that it's something that you are doing something, and well, maybe the friends will show you support but not so much, or maybe this is all friends and you have problems with one of them, for example, and you have the people behind you, depending who you think you are in the card. Maybe you're rooting someone, it could be also that. It also could be whatever aspect. There's kind of interesting stuff how the wands are here. You have kind of two here that could be like sort of columns, and one is just putting it up high. And this doesn't really look also like that is, like I said, it doesn't look like it's like a really serious fight. Yeehaw, and we're back. Yeehaw, and we're back, hopefully. Again, apologies about the digital ether. I don't gonna apologize about the digital ether. The normal ether works just fine. Maybe we're gonna start doing this without the whole internet. I would just, like, I don't know, send letters to someone, or pictures or whatever. Or maybe I would just reach out for you with ESP. So yeah, like, I don't think this is like not really serious. Something that you should keep in mind in the end. And then of course, in a way, they might be like, this is also like about some decision that would be made in the future, maybe leads to that sort of also. And you are kind of like, I think there's one, like basically one person who could be considered one is resisting that you can move forward to the 6 when you get the recognition. If you feel like you are this one, I think that would definitely feel that, or mean that you would be moving then forward after you get over like a small obstacle. I think that would be the thing in here. Basically, I would think that there could be even something to do when you have this kind of issue. You could of course like consider that you might want to ask advice from someone that you trust. I was talking, funny enough, was it yesterday with someone, and there was like, I got the impression about a holy man, because it's basically there's like a the Hierophant card, which is the number 5 of the major arcane, or Pope. It kind of refers sort of in many cards like to Christianity, but of course it can be any other stuff. It could be a lawyer or some other like consultant or psychiatrist, psychologist or doctor or whatever. And of course, don't take the tarot readings over a health professional or whatever. This is to get clarity, and nothing is set in stone in that sense. So that's a disclaimer, basically. But yeah, there is kind of some with this. So yeah, what could be that you have some conflict that you would do good to ask a little bit advice about it. Of course, if you would turn this upside down, then kind of the meaning could be different. Just briefly, one could say like, then the energy how it is could be blocked, and then, or it's like basically the opposite, or whatever. and many times one can concentrate on different aspects, and depends what cards come with it, so that can make it basically pretty much different than it is, because I guess nobody reads them like this, that this is always the same somehow. Of course it has similarities, but it really depends on, I think, of everything in the end. Okay, so but that has been the stuff. Interesting stuff what has happened to me also is like I've been having the King of Swords coming up to me like all the time, and that's like an authority figure. It could be fierce enemy, it's like a strict father, and a whole lot of things, of course. So I'm gonna do like a general reading. So if that resonates with you when you see this, whether it's here in the live or if you check it afterwards, which I appreciate of course as well, there's no such thing as a bad view. I don't know if that means anything, but basically, anyway. So this will be a general reading for anyone that it resonates with. I think this is how it said. So if you feel tingling, you whatever, right energy or right timing or whatever it is, then it's for you. So basically, let's say that this would go like, how did I, and hey, let me know when you are in the channel. If I don't know this, put something in the chat. Okay, so how did I get there? How did I get here? That would be the question. So past, present, future. And now, by the way, I have to say that I am kind of pretty much recovered from the several flus that I had for some reason. It's like being bit more mature than before. It seems like recovering from anything is like recovering from a couple of drinks is gonna be taking more time than before. So basically, how did I get here? We have 5 of cups, number 5, which is the Hierophant, which is just funny that I was just also talking about it. So this is the things that tends to happen. And then you have the 6, which is kind of referred as well. So 5 of cups, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. So how did you get here? So basically, I guess it would be here, and it would be the 5 of cups, which would be considered like, that's like, I think, how did you get here? One reason is that you have been having your something emotionally, I think, has gone kind of wrong. It didn't go how you see. Only thing you can see is like what went wrong, and you feel bad, and you're looking into the past. You are turning your back basically to the future. In this case, you were turning your back, but then eventually, funny enough that you have a little bit of the same color business here. So basically, you were not wanting to emotionally move forward. You felt like, okay, the cups fell and the wine is on the floor, you cannot drink it, or it's just otherwise really sad. So basically, I think you were in a state that you kind of would have needed advice in your emotional stuff. Maybe it's not even like super serious, but again, the super word. I don't know why I keep saying this, but somehow it become my new favorite. And let's see. Okay, yeah, I thought I was there, frozen already. So yeah, you didn't really. I feel like you would have needed an advice. You were being stuck emotionally. The things didn't flow. You couldn't communicate good. You were just being really sad. And now in the present, which is like, how did I get here? This is how you did. And at the moment, I think it's better. I think you have found help. Whether it's a real, like a professional, like a head doctor kind of thing, or then it can be a trusted person, a friend, or whatever, a person who reads tarot cards for you, who knows. So basically, yeah, you have the Hierophant, the key sign, and his phone he has actually bare feet there, and this has some kind of like a Christian cross kind of thing, but somehow I get the impression that otherwise it's not that. And then you have in the tarot, you have several times you have the 2 columns there. I think it's also something to do with like balance every time, like kind of yin and yang thing. So basically, I think you have asked advice on your situation, and now it looks better. And you are, if you heed the advice, you will find the balance, and basically like here, you listen. I guess I would say that you listen if it's not a false prophet in that manner. You listen what is the advice that is gonna be given to you. And like I said, this would be from a well, because it's emotions. I don't think it's going to be your lawyer necessarily who's gonna keep. Who knows? Maybe it's a really good friend even or something. But I would say like in that sense, listen to the advice, and then if that was how did you get here, basically in the future looks kind of you will basically when I see you will feel sort of like blessed. I think you're gonna get over the thing whatever was bothering you, which I think was related well, I think it was like you had a disappointment in something which could be easily a relationship which was not exactly as bad as you thought, so you kind of have like it was here that you see just the cups that and the wine that has been like spilled. So you basically this is a 5, this is 5, so you're gonna move into the 6. You can see the naked people there standing on in front of the trees, and the interesting stuff you look at this is like you have kind of here this theme. I don't know. This is one reason that I have made like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is this guy, the Hierophant, the Pope, whatever holy man or one that gives the advice there, holding the hands in the sides, giving a blessing. And then here you have the angel, which is spreading his wings. There's like a halo, the sun is shining there. And then you have again 1, 1. And then you have here the 2 and 2, and then this have the 2. If you can see, these are like some sort of disciples or monks or I don't know, some followers or people who come to pray and ask advice. So basically you have like a similar structure in there, which is kind of interesting in that sense. So I think there is like an underlying story with the cards, or there is. I not said I think there is definitely. And then well, you have to use your connections to the source or however you see it to basically get it from there. So here I see that this is like sort of like it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be a sort of this also decided for you, but you will decide and you will feel much better. I think you transcend the 5, which is kind of like this is more all-encompassing, I guess, because it's a major card as a 5. This is more like the feeling. So I think this leads also to thing that what kept you here. It like you were feeling bad, but then here you understand that there is not just some bad feelings, that there is other things that you need to like take care of, and it could be sort of linked to some kind of like a spiritual stuff as well, but more like a I don't know, maybe you go to the parish and then the priest that is in your church you go to or pray to or something, and it leads to 6. It's good. Well, they can say like some it's the lovers, but many times it's like a choice in a sense, could be. But I feel like that will give you like you will be in a better position in the near future anyway, and basically like ready to soon after get reach the 6, and then you'll be ready to like start moving already again, and I think that would be the thing. So this is how you ended up here. So that became a bit of a, like a longer story than I expected, but it's good that there are words that want to come out. Okay. Okay, hands are waving, things are being said. So if you if you are in the chat, let me know. Let me know that you are there. Alright. Well, we take another general one then, I suppose, in this point. I have 2 paths. Which one I should choose? So basically you have 2 paths, and then gonna be like path 1 is gonna be in the up and path down 2 in the middle. So the first, let's say I have first and the second possibility of path. So first path is in the up, the second path is in the down. So we see where you are and what the card would suggest. So if this resonates with you, when you look at it live or on the playback on the video, whatever vibe seems to be, if it's like, oh dear, this is the right time for this, how this came about, if there's a sting in somewhere in your body, if your sting goes in, I don't know, wherever, then it probably is. If you feel it in your gut, then it's probably it is for you. So let's see. So the paths, two paths. You can go by in the long run. There's still time to change the road you're on. Okay. I just want to say that many times. So first path, this would be where you are. This would be the first path, and basically like like what happens there, and then the second path would be there. So let's first roll. Funny enough, we have the inverted Hierophant or the Pope there, which we were just talking about in great length and also before. And this is the funny thing: you shuffle and wiggle and everything, and then comes many times the same cards. Well, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is usually, even though no card is like a positive or negative, but for me that's usually I get like kind of surprisingly positive vibes with it. So there you have it. You would start being in the inverted Hierophant, then it goes to the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, and then the two, which is a High Priestess. So I think if you would be, you are a little bit, I think you are in a, like you said, there is like two, like a first path and the second path, or first option. This is like all, like this is now, you're in a, I think I get this impression that you're in a tempting position to like do something. I think this looks like the first path looks like, at least in the very beginning, and well, it's all major, so it's not like a small thing. If there was talk that it's more like concrete things, the minor arcanes, which means also like it's more like a mundane daily stuff. So the majors are not. That's quite the opposite. So this is like a major shift. It could be end of a cycle. You get like super lucky. Again, the bit super. I really need to change that word. So basically, I would say that this is already like, I would feel that you are kind of like tempted, really tempted to do one of these. And this looks like in the very beginning that you got amazingly lucky with this. But then you got when the path and the option there goes forward, you find out yourself that you are hanging upside down from a tree like Odin, who got runes and the information they contain. I think he spent, I don't know how many days it was, couple of days, nailed to the, what was it, Tree of Life. So basically, then it's kind of stops. You have to kind of take a passive role and observe where the hell is this going. As you can see, this is being done on purpose. You are not even if the hangman, nobody's gonna hang you, but you are gonna voluntarily put yourself between heaven and earth, and that's gonna give you new insights in form that you will see like what is going on, and maybe observe kind of the nature. You will observe the sort of like there has been an action and you feel like you got lucky, and then there is always going to be a reaction. So energy and some kind of thing, another one. But where it leads is the two, which I don't know. I think it will leave you a bit dumbfounded that you didn't quite, the path hasn't quite shown with the like what it is. I think it's like you would have to find knowledge, and this is like this High Priestess has the book there, and then you have the two, like I think it's relating to like Kabbalah. I don't remember the names of the colors, but black and white, so it's like this kind of yin yang thing, opposite energies, and then you have a veil, and behind it maybe she's guarding like a sacred knowledge. It's about intuition also. So I think it leads you to a little bit like, and then you have the moon on her feet, which is like really dramatic thing to say, I guess, in the end as well. So I think this path is, it could lead you in the like footsteps of something sort of like sacred and like esoteric, occult, some knowing, and and that would put you in a situation that you have to use your intuition. And but I don't see this as a goal, so I wouldn't say like it looks first like you get super lucky and it's gonna be end of some cycle and you are like things are gonna roll, but then it kind of stops there with the hangman, and then it goes like way back. In a way it's 12, it's 2, so the hangman, what you are, kind of have to dip himself like sort of even like this, literally behind the veil, or and all that. So it's a serious path. It's not just like basically like there is things to be learned. So I think it's about the intuition a lot, and maybe it's like the spirituality. If this is like I said, you are tempted, and then I would connect this. There is the guy with the horns in the deck as well. So basically, I don't know if you're also like addicted, sort of like you're bound to something, and now you feel luck that you get out. And this is more like a, well, if you look at this, that this is the Hierophant, that is kind of like the opposite. Could be that the energy is stuck if it's like a like an advisor, and like this kind of like rituals in church, and like some sort of authority also in the matters of spirit, which is not so much like this. Is actually then more like a, I think it could be like if you also like sort of like living your life in certain manner, which would be relating more the pleasures of flesh than the pleasures of spirituality. If this is where you want to go, this would be something to consider. For example, in that case, could be something else as well, but basically there is at least one, and a lot of major arcanes, which, yeah, archetypes, they talk a lot. They talk a lot. Every time you look at it, it gives you more. And then sometimes you look at it, seems to be it's just a card, but then that usually passes. So then again, more. We have the Empress on the option or path 2. We have the Death, which is kind of scary looking stuff. And then we have the Temperance, so Angel with Wings. So basically, if you take the second path, I think that is like, depending again where you want to go, I would say like, if these, I think it will be a fruitful path. I think it will be a path that is like, somehow like, I don't know, maybe you will meet the Empress in the way also. And I don't want to say that you're gonna sit in the meadow or something in the forest. Necessarily, that could be the case as well. But I think it's like, maybe this, you don't feel that it is actually really that fruitful, because in here, if you think that now you get from here to there and you feel lucky, so here is like this kind of, it's all about basically the Earth Mother. The Earth gives like basically all its abundance. It could be about like its creativity and also fertility. So basically you start with this path with the great enjoyment of, could be like company of the opposite sex in a sense, who is also like at the same time very nurturing. And anyway, it starts like it's a nurturing, but then happens this. Now I'm not sure, is Ivana, what is this, I'm not sure. Hey, there in the description is, I'm doing this still now for the general stuff. So basically, Joanna is your name. Please read the description what I have for the video, and you see it. It's about Zener cards, so it's free readings. You can always donate if you want to buymecoffee.com/ragnarskettarot. But it's free readings with a twist, so I use Zener cards for intuition. So check please the description, and then let me know if you know what's happening. I will finish this and then we move forward, okay? And welcome to the channel. So basically, yeah, so it's nurturing and like it's kind of like the bosom of the earth opens for you. You are gonna be welcomed. It's gonna be like your mother, like a good mother's warm embrace. In like and also like it's just gonna be well. I think all have had at least some point, hopefully, like it was Young saying about mother. Everybody has some basic same ideas about the mother, how it would be like this, that is nurturing, caring, loving, and all that. So basically, the second part opens with a great feeling of like that there is sort of like a lot of possibility, abundance in everything, and like everything what you it feels like, you know. You can when you even if you not be, I think you would also kind of feel the grass of summertime when it's cut, you know, that sensation and like the mist, what is the mist on the grass or the trees, and you see it's like it's really like pleasant thing. But then comes bam, the death. So then you're dead. Yeah, no worries, just check it out and feel very welcome here. I'm very happy that you join me, and the time is all we have. If you decide to spend it here, it's already like a big compliment for me. But yeah, then comes the death, and then there you are dead, and that's it. Just kidding. For that will bring first, probably because you're gonna be embraced. You feel like you are gonna be embraced by the whole planet. I think it's like feels fantastic, but that will lead to a big transformation also, and basically that can be kind of scary at the time as well. So maybe basically if you choose here because you start with this, and that could be like more like devilish things than popish things, then who knows, who can tell a difference sometimes between those two. Basically, it's a super big, again with the super, I'm sorry. Well, here, yeah, you have the death. Always the horse is like kind of like represents the action, I guess. You have it's waving a flag. Funny enough, it doesn't seem to have a sword or anything there. But yeah, you're gonna be. It's inevitable change, and I think it comes with this. Also, this car sort of could be linked between the 3 and the 13. So yeah, I think it's definitely it's like there's not really a choice, since if you choose this path, it will lead to this, but that will lead then to moderation, basically, and that you will after this, you will feel like an enlightened feeling. You will be feeling light. You will feel that there is, I think, the water of life kind of flows, and you feel you can do in certain manner anything you can like kind of mix, if you, because then you probably will have the right tools and the right vessels, and like this, and you can see there is the sun. Maybe it's going down and then it's coming up. That could be one impression. So the second path, I don't know, depends what you want. I would say that for me this looks like the thing to do. Ending with the Angel of Wings. So basically here we had the Hierophant inverted, then which is the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, which is hanging on its own, not being the hanged in that sense, maybe you know. And then the High Priestess, intuition, all that, and secrets, knowledge, all them like spiritual. So yeah, basically, like I said, mother, this like Earth Mother itself will like it starts with like amazing abundance and warmth and nurturing feeling that everything is. It's like being in your mother's arms. If your mother is a good mother in that sense, that you would be again there, everything's okay. You're in the bosom of the earth, and you are one with the whole stuff. There is no conflict, but then comes the change, because eventually these are also kind of linked. So it comes with that then when you get through that, and there is fertility for growth, and then comes the inevitable transformation. So basically maybe you will be the butterfly after going to the cocoon and all that, a lot about business. And then comes the enlightenment, it's like, I think this would for me feel like you feel like somehow like also like divine enlightenment, or like you feel that you can fly. This is what I think with the wings and everything, and mixing the waters, so it seems like things will be going at ease. And also both of the, would be each path or option, first one or the second one, is no, you know, fun and games or like something to take in lightly. You would be, well, I would say that with either one you would pick of this path, it would be probably better than the place that you are now on. So there's two paths you can go by, but in the long run there's always chance to change the road you on. Maybe it has something to do with this. I think it's Led Zeppelin stuff, and now I actually gonna look into it a little bit, because it's been playing in my head, this verse, and maybe that will be uh, well, they have funny symbols in the albums, and they talk about many funny things, even though I have never been a huge fan of the band, but maybe there's something to look into exactly with this sentence. It comes to me many times, especially if I'm doing this couple of paths. But yeah, again, Joanna, if you're there, hopefully you saw how this works. Now, I had also some connection issues again, but no worries, here we are. We are the princes of the universe, or something as such, kind of other things, I guess. So basically, but yeah, there you have stuff, and let me know when you are there, but now I'm gonna show you a thing about my membership, okay?
Welcome to Ragnar's Gate Tarot. If you are searching for a path to deeper insights, guidance, and spiritual connection, by becoming a member and choosing one of our levels, you will gain access to exclusive content, personalized readings, and the support of a like-minded mystical community, depending on the gate number you choose to activate. Ragnar's Gate 1. $6 per month. Access weekly synchronized guidance cards/tarot tale videos. Participate in exclusive members-only live Q&A sessions. Ragnar's Gate 2. $12 per month. Everything from Gate 1. Plus, a detailed monthly tarot reading crafted just for you via email or video link. Ragnar's Gate 3. $28 per month. All from Gates 1 and 2. Plus, a 15-minute live, one-on-one tarot session every month. And discounts and special offers on private tarot readings. Unlock the magic. Choose your gate, support the channel, and dive into a world of deeper understanding. Click join to become a member today. In https://buymeacoffee.com/RagnarsGateTarot.
Okay, And we go again. Like I said, there was about my membership. It was again some problem with the sound happened in the beginning. Apologies. So yeah, there was the my membership scheme stuff. So the idea is that I'm gonna build it up from the grassroots level. It's limited number who can be a member of the 3 different Ragnar skates. But the ones who gonna choose to support me in the early times, I will not raise the prices ever. Just gonna stay the same. But in the end, time is of the essence, and then I have to do something about it at some point. So basically what I want to say, without having problems with the sound, is like during the live, if you decide to donate whatever you can in the buymeacoffee.com/ragnarskatetarot, you will get a special bonus only for you, meaning that you will have a guidance card with Susanna Salo's Mythical Fennica Tarot, Finnish tarot cards. It's another take based on Finnish mythology and like a national epoch and all sorts of, I think also sort of like the ancient nature religions. Hey, Crow's Nest, welcome! And the other thing is, you can choose to take. Welcome, Crow's Nest. So basically, you can take Odin's Rule. I will pick it for you. It's gonna be one of these guys. Beautiful, nice rocks in a nice bag. We're gonna see what kind of advice the rules would give you. So these are 2 options as a bonus if you want to support the channel, as I mentioned. You can see it in the description and all that. Okay, Crow's Nest. Check the description if you don't remember. If you do, I will show you. I am doing this. You've been here before. I remember it was it Jessica the name, if I am not totally mistaken? Yes, it was. Now I can actually see with these glasses the right ones I have. But yeah, it's the Zener card thing. It's for the intuition. Check the instructions on the description of the video and tell me when you know, and then I will move forward with this. But yeah, like I said, 2 different bonuses if you want to support the channel. That's about it of that. Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying, there was the funny thing that also for me seems to be that certain cards, because I do this, that well, the Zener cards is for creating synchronicity and to get a connection. It's an energy exchange. I also do this kind of wiggle to check that this somehow is okay to ask. Hey Danny, hello, welcome. In the description, free readings, but in the video description there are instructions how we deal with this. We are dealing with intuition in this and Zener cards. This is now, by the way, my 17th session in English. I've been doing Finnish ones as well. Now I'm pretty much concentrated with the English. There's much more people that speak English than Finnish. Finland is a very small country, and we poor huggers, there's not too much people sit. Okay, so basically that's the stuff. Now, Danny, check the description and then let me know if you know what is happening. There is about how this works. But okay, so Crow's Nest, you up for this? You remember? Okay, we go. So now I will take and put the card towards you, the symbol what is in the card. And anyone who is ready and knows one answer at a time, use your extrasensory perception. So at least Crow's Nest, you up for it. So now put your answer. Alright. And how about that? What do you think is this one? It's the star. And by the way, the funny thing is, like I made was Kumari, Surabi Kumari was here. He also got it with the first try. So that seems to be today, even if the connection in the digital ether bloody sucks many times, but the other ether and the other connection doesn't. So synchronicity has been created. I'm pretty confident we're gonna get a really nice reading with this. Okay. Muy bien like this in Spain. I keep repeating that. I have some manners like muy bien like this in Spain. Super good or super this, super that. I don't know, I'm a Finnish person, we don't usually use this kind of like super, some kind of expressions, they are really like flat more, or like more like toned down. So Crow's Nest, Jessica, what's coming in the near future, please? Okay, so that's the question. So this is for Jessica. Good job with the star. Have you been practicing? Or you just practiced with me and you got better? Basically with the Zeners, of course, the idea is like you shouldn't really get better, sort of. It doesn't kind of make sense. Hey Jay. Okay, now I should be again. I again apologize the connection. Jay, check out the description of the video description so you know what we are doing. Well, the funny thing was like I tend to get this card, whatever, wiggle, when I took it for one card for the session. I get the King of Swords, so basically I need to look into it much. But okay, we are about to make what's coming to Jessica in the near future. We'll see what we can get. Okay, now we can answer. Here we go. We take 3 cards. This is the near past. Okay, 10 of Wands, fire. Then Page of Wands, again more fire. And then inverted 7 of Pentacles. So basically, I think you've been what's coming in the near future. I think you have been kind of like basically ending some cycle. I think you have been like this guy in a sense, like very like common thing is to say you have been carrying too much. I don't know if you have been feeling that you were even like burned out, but that would have not been something like really long term. But in the near past there has been like a cycle has ended of like you have kind of like stepped into the fire ring or basically out of it. And now at the moment I think you are checking, because this is the next card from this, so you gotta check. You are at the moment estimating what has happened in the near past. Okay? Well, now for me it looks like it's working. Can you hear me now? I think, well, the mic should be taking, it shows that it gives out things. I have a connection. I don't really like this new program, I can't so much. I am connected, it should be fine. Yeah, okay, for me it seems to be just like fine. This is really, I'm really apologetic, I'm sorry about this. I've been trying to look into this and I don't know if it's the new program or what is going on. I'm not exactly a wizard in the area of the IT and the computers. I'm more like this kind of guy. So, okay, so who knows what is going on, but anyway, I think it could have been that you have been a little bit tired already for a while, and you have ended up circle. I get a fire ring. You were trying to reach a more place, and you did. Basically, I think if you look at this, you've reached the castle you were going to, carrying more than you should have. Basically, I don't know. And then now you are there. You are there where you wanted to go, and you are estimating what has happened, and you maybe understand also that. I think you can now basically create. Basically, you are in a creative position that maybe this was a struggle to get some kind of project ready for you, and now you have reached it, I think, and you are estimating what happened actually, and basically you with fire you can now create anything, and the fire is passion and it's creativity and ideas and everything. So I think you are like now reached the goal, and now you are thinking what you're gonna create. So I think you are kind of thinking what your future, you are looking to the past to think what kind of future you are actually going to create. And I think the limitations are only, I think it's at the moment would be kind of easy for you even, but you just have to keep in mind that you cannot only look at what has happened before. Of course it gives you insight, but you have to look then also basically to the future at some point. So don't look too far, too much too long, so you don't actually lose. Because this is also like you have one wand here, which could be like you are holding the ace of wands because the cycle came to an end, and now you are holding basically the sort of could be holding the sort of the whole energy of the whole fire suits. But remember, the fire can burn out fast, so don't look too much in the past. Okay, yeah, I feel more free now financially. Good, 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 good. So basically, and funny that you say, because then you have the 7 of Pentacles. So that's basically, if this is where you are now, you reach the goal and you are more like liberty. I think you are ready to kind of like even, I would say, like manifest something that you want, but you have to remember that also something that you cannot force. And it's not going to happen by looking in the past or even in the future. You just need to let it happen. So that could be some small challenge in here. And this is a little bit like a time limited thing that you need to start moving already. I think when it comes to this, it's like a, well, it's the Pentacles, and it's a practical matter, and like, well, financially also. So I think that I would say that you would be yeah, like I said, that you are, for me, you are measuring the path that you just did recently with the 10 of wands. So basically here, like I said, you need to turn your gaze after you have understood how went it down. I guess it was good, you reached what you want, but maybe it was also kind of like taking some of your fire or your energy in a way that it was also kind of burning you to get then, I guess, the financial, because there is the stuff, and that would be the star kind of thing what I have in my mind in here. This is inverted, it's a practicality, it's leading to money. So I think the what is coming in the near future is like I think that you need to pay attention what the universe is showing you, and you basically I think you will have like this kind of hopeful feeling that everything is going to be fine, and I don't see why they wouldn't be. Basically yeah, okay, so that could be that you get like I said, pay attention what the universe is saying. I think the general thing will be like practically like this kind of hopeful vibe regarding like I would say all the practical matters, like material things, like basic, what could be considered like concrete things, like health, money, finance, everything to do, even like work. So I think there is something, but I think you will be given a sign that you can manifest and create something, like I was saying about the manifesting here before, that maybe you need to manifest this thing for yourself. But like I said, this is a time limited situation, and basically like you have estimated here, and what was said, that like I said, that you have been maybe burning the candle or the stick or the wand from the both sides, and you have burned yourself, they took something from you. So I think that's one thing that you could consider here also, that you wouldn't repeat the same mistakes that you have done, because even if you get there, it was with a price. As you can see, it was not necessarily easy that you got, like you said, you more free financially. I don't think that came with just like pure luck, or like that you didn't have to really. For me, it looks like you have to do, and you have to finish, get it done, like even if it hurt, kind of thing. Okay, muy bien. Thank you for coming back here again. It tells a lot, like I said, and everyone else also. The situation is that what do you have? You have money, you have all sorts of stuff, but in the end, the one thing you in the end will would whatever, when you are like like nearing the end of your cycles or lives or whatever, what you would like to have, most likely small time. So only thing you have is time. And if you decide to spend your time with me here and share some small part of your path and your experience with me, I fully greatly appreciate it. Time is all we have, so spend it well, as I'm trying to as well. Okay, you are most welcome. You are most welcome. So Danny, you there also. So we're gonna go for the cars, if there, and anyone else who is there, if you know what is going on, Danny, let me know. If you check the description, you know what's going on, how this works. Okay, so basically, Danny and anyone else who are not maybe exactly aware how this works, check the description and put the ready word in the chat when you are ready. Okay, so I know that you are ready. Okay. Okay, so we've been having some general readings, and like I said, I have been feeling pretty good in this. So now it says, by the way, excellent connection. That's fantastic, of course. Okay, so we do another general stuff. So basically, again, if you feel for whatever, if you feel that it's for you, then it is for you. You will know it. Let's put it this way. Okay. Let's see also. So we'll see. Well, actually now I don't think I in the beginning said anything about. I didn't say much about the cars that I'm using. So I would just say like, well, these are the cars. They look like this. The idea was that they were during the 19th century, like somewhere in the beginning. There was Zener and his colleague. They were studying extrasensory perception. It was controversial. Somebody was saying, why would you ever use the cars? That is the easiest thing to manipulate. And then if you ask from the person, they would basically could take something from your like a tone of voice, then could be easily if they are shuffled bad or they are marked that is really bad. But nevertheless, I've been using them myself in the past, and with my loved ones. The point was that it seemed that when you do it more, you get better. It shouldn't happen. Basically, it shouldn't be possible, I guess, but it did. So for me, it seems like it works, and I have seen this that there has been moments after. It seems to give some extra because the idea is that it creates the synchronicity, and it's an energy exchange. I think it's could be something to do with the quantum mechanics. Who knows? I don't have to say that I am not so aware about those. I have dabbled something, but I don't really understand much. But some basic ideas I do have. Spooky action from far. So it's something to do with something, because it seems to give some extra for this, and this is why I use it. And also it's fun, and it's training your intuition, like it says there. So basically, that's a little bit about the Zeners. So now I think another general stuff. So basically, if you're watching it now or later, on a playback from the video, then it's for you. If it feels right, you will know the feeling. I have known myself this watching some similar things. Okay, with the we're gonna see what's gonna happen. This is not quite. let's put it this way, like what would be beneficial to my finances at the moment. We'll take this. Okay. So basically we take, fun enough, the 3 cards, and the 3 cards is really effective. And you can get 1 card and 1 picture gives you more than 1,000 words, I think, in the end. Okay, so what would benefit in your finance at the moment? You have the 3 in this like recent past, present, and the near future. So there is basically a change of a mindset, I would see, and then basically, I think something you got. I think easily would say that there was some sort of a disappointment on my view. Although this creates a fertile ground for when you have basically seen this, how it is, that it will create could be possible that it would be creating the four of pentacles and then the lovers inverted. So at the moment, what would be good for your finances? Well, you have seen this, that like I said, you were disappointed, and that would give you fertile ground, but somehow now I think you have kind of like decided that this is my money or something like this. I am not gonna move it anywhere, nobody's gonna touch it, I'm not gonna give it out, I'm not gonna loan it, I'm just gonna hold on to it. And then there's stories, I watched it like in some Jewish tradition, Kabbalah things, that there was a man who had 3 sons, and then somebody took the money and basically drank all the money. The father was not too upset, I guess, and then there was another one who invested and made money, and then there was the third one who basically put the money just on the ground and didn't do anything with it, and that was the mistake in that sense. So basically I think this is at the moment would be like that you have to consider that now you're just holding to your bucks and you're not willing to kind of do anything with it. You are kind of stuck. You like you try to, you have, I would say you also like, I don't know if you have so much, but you are not willing to share at all. You are not willing to put it under, like, money needs to be moved, I guess, and wealth needs to be, so things will happen like in anything else. There is also this. Okay, so there is for you instructions about how these dynamics work. Oh, I put dynamic, fair enough. No matter. So when you participate, put ready. So check there in the description instructions how it works, and then there is also on the screen what you need to do, so I know that you are ready and willing and able in that sense. So, but yeah, I will get back to this. This was for anyone who. So at the moment you are too strict. You are not open. You just like kind of like wanna hold on to what you better hold on for what you got. Doesn't make a difference if you make it or not. Well, that's Bon Jovi, 80s. Yeah, I do remember that. It's a nice song. What can I say? I'm not a huge fan, but it's a soft spot, I guess. All this kind of study and what. But yeah, the point is like you feel that you need to hold on to this. I think also you're a little bit, even if this would given you sort of like the fertile ground to do something with your wealth, to gain, maybe like get more, or I don't know, keep it forward. And also you have to remember that this is just holding on to something and not like letting anything move or using or doing anything. Like I was saying about the ancient story, what I mentioned, I don't think that's beneficial in the end. So because this will lead eventually this, that if you are basing your tower of coins sort of or anything else, if you build with only the 4, maybe it's not a very good foundation. How you have the card, for example, how these are placed, what one is there, what is you, and one is under there. I don't know if that would be with the 4 pentacles you have there. Well, I don't know how you would build with that. Maybe that would not be the solid foundation you need in that sense. So I think that if you keep this attitude up, that's gonna harm you, and it's gonna put you like, I don't know, you're gonna go bankrupt, because this is a major arcane here. I would put this, that this, when since it's like this, that would be more like the tower in that sense. And tower of coins gonna fall down. So the little you have, if you are gonna just hold on to it, that doesn't seem like the right thing to do for me. So you don't necessarily would have to take huge risks, but now you are not willing to risk anything. If you're not willing to risk anything in some area, it's gonna suck probably. Or you can do it for a while. You're a little bit maybe spooked, freaked out, and scared. This doesn't look like someone who is like really confident in a way, just holding on to, like the song was saying. So what would be good on this is that you need to consider, if you are at the present that this in your finances, in your economy, will lead that it's gonna crumble your economy. So you should give it a serious thought. Do you want to hold on to a few coins, or you want to try to do something? And doesn't, like I said, doesn't necessarily make you, of course you have to decide like kind of right and make like sensible actions, and maybe like, I don't know, throwing them out of the window to do something might not be the best option, though who knows, it might be still better than just to sit on them. Okay, so basically to consider that in your monetary situation, that don't sit, like don't put the money on the sock and wait something to happen, that the value goes up, because that, I don't know, with the inflation and the rising of prices, that's probably not the option, because that then your economy will crumble. So you will do good. So what would be beneficial is to look into this card and anything else that it would bring you. What would you get it? But I think it tells a lot, like what's going on. This is what I would see. Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a small drink of water. Well. Okay. So, as it's in the screen and all that, there are instructions how we proceed with this. Okay, so let's go for one more general for basically. And again, I don't know what's with the king, man. Like, now it's there. I just keep seeing it. I don't know. I think for like tomorrow or something, when I have the time more, I will have to look more into this. It's strange. It's strange how they come up. Okay, so we go, like I said, anyone who feels a connection with the following words and the images that come are in the cards, feel free to use it for your benefit. It's for you if it feels right, if you feel connected, if you feel that is resonating with you. I guess that's the stuff. So what is the biggest obstacle on my way at the moment? And now we're gonna do wiggle, and we're gonna put here, and we're gonna put another one here, and we're gonna do not just past, present, future. We're gonna do that. This is the situation that you have 7 of swords, and this is actually the obstacle, and if you get over it, then is where you're going. Funny enough that you have major arcane, so there is, I don't know, you're carrying the swords to the emperor for some reason. There is, for me, I would start to, well, it's an air card, so you have 7 of swords, the emperor, and then the hierophant here, and from here it goes from 4 to 5 in that sense. So the obstacle in here is the emperor, so it's authority is the obstacle, I think, in this. So basically you can see that you are basically, I think you are trying to be like bit sneaky. I think that's the stuff, but it's gonna be difficult to sneak past this guy. This guy is gonna see basically everything. This guy is an elderly gentleman, so I don't know what the obstacle, the biggest obstacle. I would say that for me this is also a father figure. So basically, I don't know if you have some issue with your family and you're not coming clean with this. Basically, I think there has been, I would say that there's like many times you can check, for example, you have 2 swords here, 5 are here. So I don't know if you're trying to carry something like, well, it's then would be 5 swords, and then you have the 5, which is the Hierophant here. So I don't know if you're gonna, are you trying to slide something past them? Are you gonna try to do something that goes unnoticed? So that would be something that I would say that this would be a father figure, some figure of authority that you are gonna try to. I don't think this could be like diplomacy, and anyway it would be movement, and like this is somehow also you could consider that it's relating to war. You have a camp there, somebody stealing the swords, leaving couple of there, that leaves the place like somehow stuck. So the biggest obstacle is in the middle is the emperor. So that's a difficult one to go by. So basically, I don't know if you can sneak through this at all. Basically, so here, if the biggest obstacle is here, if you get past it, you're gonna end up here in the Hierophant. So basically, it's funny that it's an also like sort of different kind of authority figure. It's like a are you trying to go through past this in a manner that they wouldn't know that you actually need advice, and that you want to ask advice from someone else than your father or father figure, that you feel that you need a specialist, you need a holy man or a lawyer or a psychologist, and you are now trying to sneak this. You have, I think maybe in the past there has been even some kind of fight about this, and you are now trying to just do it behind the emperor's back, and I don't think the emperor is looking very happy about it. So I'm not sure if that is the stuff, but yeah, okay, if you manage to sneak it past him, then you get there. But I think that also could mean that they are gonna be kind of sad about it, or like not very happy about that you did it the way you had. So I would say that this could be, well, first of all, I said let's take one more card here to see what we would get. So that was where you are, and there is the obstacle there where you would be going to reach in. So this is what you want to reach here. So it's not really like an enlightenment either, but maybe you want to be yourself the boss monkey instead of your father or your father figure. And here we have a king here, which is the wands and fire. So yeah, I think for me that would say that you wanna go from this for being this in a sense, or like that. So basically that you wanna be the boss monkey instead of the boss monkey, and you don't wanna listen to this authority. You wanna go it yourself, and you want to become something, and maybe this is what is needed. So fire is there, and it's the wands also. So I don't know if this way that you are approaching this will be a king for a day and a fool for a lifetime. Not quite, maybe still, but well, if you manage to pass this, you will reach your goal. But you're gonna be sneaky, I think, and I don't know if this is you will get what you want. I think if you can go past the emperor. And also this is like a logic and mind service air card, so you don't exactly gonna like pass the swords behind the person's back, but you are gonna like, I don't know, that could be it's about some fight, and also it could be that you are gonna create some kind of distraction with a fight that will get you here, what it is. And I think that's a position in the end of authority that you want. But then I'm not sure, because it is this and it's a major arcane, and it starts with the 7, which is not. But this is a king, and that's a minor, even it's a court card, and the fire is something with the cups that burns kind of fast. So that would be, I think, I don't know if I can get much more from that in this case. Okay? Anyone ready there? If not, you should get ready. So, Well, actually, I want to show you, I have this playing because if you come here now, you not necessarily, of course, check in, or if you check it afterwards, you may see in the beginning. So I have made an intro video for my channel and about this whole experience. Ragnar's Gate Tarot experience. No, it's not that. It's just Ragnar's Gate Tarot. So it's like an intro video about the channel, so please enjoy it for a moment. Uh, Here we go. Anyone ready there? Well, at least the connection is excellent. And hey, like I said, then the description there are information how this whole thing works with the cards. And when you are ready to participate, just put the word ready in the chat. That I know you say. Also, I appreciate saying hello. It's always nice. It's nice to be polite in that sense. So basically, yeah. So yeah, I was talking earlier about the bonuses. Here was one, and now I have also the cards for this. So the idea is if you want to the membership or donate, check out from the buymecoffee.com/Ragnar's-Tarot. This will be like one reading with the Finnish tarot cards, different ones. It's like their own Wolf's Pride, much different than this basically Blind Man's Guide, Arne Kraatti. So it's like Finnish mythology, and then you have Väinämöinen, for example, also. And also now, why not? Hey, and by the way, if you want to buy this I like the cards, not just because they are Finnish, they are different. It's cool, and you can learn about Finnish culture. So basically, we take one, and then I will tell you what that would mean in that sense. And basically this is in English, by the way, the guidance book from it. So we would put this here and we will wiggle. Yes, we could ask or take a card. And it would be Louhi, which I would tell you is like, there's Pohjola, which is like not a pleasant place in the Finnish mythology and stuff, in Kalevala, the national epoch. So basically, that's the card's name. So let's go. Louhi, and I will tell you what has the author considered in that sense. Okay. Well, basically, well, it would be related to the Empress. And the keywords of the Empress: matriarch, protection, connection between the spiritual and the material, inner and outer well-being, feminine wisdom, ability to decide, integrity, beauty, the merging of the spiritual and material life. Louhi was the mistress of the cold and dark Pohjola, which could be compared to Manala, the underworld of Finnish folklore. So basically, you can make conclusions about that. Pohjola was the birthplace of all diseases and ailments that plagued mankind, and the mistress of Pohjola was the one who gave birth to them. She is also responsible for freeze, gale, and cold winds and all dangerous woodland creatures, except the bear. Oh, sorry, bear. Bear, obviously. Bear is actually a sacred creature in here, in this part. Has been. It was said that she had 3 sons, Rujo, Rampa, and Perisokea, ugly, lame, and blind. Perisoke I would translate maybe in a different manner, which I don't think of now. Who would cast upon people the torments birthed by their mother? Interesting. Louhi also had daughters who were famous for their beauty, and whose affections all the heroes of Kalevala tried to win for themselves. Fair enough. The central mountain of the world, Pohjola's great stone hill, was the place where Louhi locked up the moon and the sun and the Sampo, and it was also the place where the diseases were banished when someone was cured using a spell. Louhi commanded all of the great armed forces of Pohjola, and she led them herself during the raid of Sampo and the pursuit of Lemminkäinen after he had killed the master of Pohjola at the feast of Päivälä. Her familiars were, for example, the eagle and the mysterious Lievo, which was a sort of witch bird. In the forms of these birds, Louhi carried her forces to the final battle and spied her enemies in disguise. Louhi could raise a storm, unleash a freeze, and make Ikutorso rise from the sea to attack her enemies. And by the way, the Ikutorso would be something like similar kraken that you have in the some mythology, and at least in the Pirates of the Caribbean. So that gives you some idea. She gave impossible tasks to her daughter's suitors, for she knew how to keep safe that which was precious to her. As a crafty businesswoman, she wouldn't give her daughters to insignificant men, but demanded great compensations, such as the wondrous Sampo, which granted riches to the one who possessed it. Conclusion. Although Louhi was mainly seen as evil entity, and Pohjola is called the village that eats men and drones soldiers, there is an admirable greatness and appeal in her. She has plenty of intuitive sensitivity and wisdom combined with the properties of a strong female leader. These are necessary characteristics for all those who wish to control their own lives. Louhi's energy smells from inner riches, and she doesn't have to bend to unnecessary compromises. Her intuitive wisdom is very perceptive. She knows how to gain wealth and doesn't waste her efforts for naught. Louhi is wise to not give her treasures or possessions of power up easily when aspiring to secure her well-being of her people and the kingdom. She knows her might well and knows how to utilize her abilities on a practical level in order to achieve the best possible outcome. This card refers to a person with a strong will and good self-esteem. In a family, they are the head whose word is ultimately the law. Despite their strength, they are also sensitive and caring. It is not easy to turn their head, and they are not used to try and trick them, for they see the situation as it truly is. They don't need permission or advice from others regarding their affairs. Use your wisdom and deep understanding when making decisions. Even when acting independently, don't forget the needs of others. Be aware of manipulative behavior in yourself and others. As Louhi allowed, in the end, let her daughter to decide for herself whom to marry. Allow those near you to decide what's best for them. So I think that's pretty nice words, no? Yeah. Alright. Remember the ready word, people. So yeah, by donating, getting a membership during the live, this is one of the options you get as a nice bonus. So there was some words of Finnish wisdom, maybe. Okay, and like I mentioned before, and I'm gonna mention again, there's gonna be also the other option for your nice bonus will be an audience room, basically that I will take one for you from here where they are stored from prying eyes, and then we're gonna see what would be advised. And for this I will wiggle, I will take one and let's see what is the nearest. Vittu on a coup, it looks much more dramatic as it is. it's going to be this, basically. So that would be the audience rule. Audience rule that will give you the general advice. So this one can consider that this, I should stop throwing things on the floor. Let's see. Hop. We put the rest here waiting and we check this one. We check this one in here. Okay, the point is like here is the name of the rules. I will check you this, but the idea is like this is not audience rule exactly, this is not the name of the rule, but basically what I have understood, the idea is that you take one rule which is audience rule, which is general advice. It's like a name for the throw that you make with the rules. So to clarify any misunderstandings that could come. So this is definitely not an audience rule. This is more like a like this in the end. And now I have to see, because of many things. It's a breakthrough, basically. So this is how it looks like. Okay? Maybe even here it's even better. Kind of nicely carved stuff, I think. And basically, let's see another thing here. So it's like day, light of God, well-being and fertility is basically this. So let's see what there would be, and like a general advice thing then from this. So the original name is Dagas. This is the last room of transformation. Dagas if you take this rule, it makes that you change gears, or there is like a breakthrough in the process. Yourself is changing, and there is like you're gonna check your attitudes like thoroughly. It's gonna be 180-degree turn. For some, this is so radical that they don't continue their normal life in normal situations or normal circumstances anymore, because time is right and the result is sure, although it's not predictable for this current circumstances. In somebody's life, everyone's life, always comes a moment which you're gonna have to take, or if you're gonna take it, it will change your life completely. Sounds kind of familiar in some ways, I guess. So be in a good spirit and trustful, even if this moment would demand you to jump empty-handed into the unknown. This room will reveal your nature as a warrior, or your warrior's natures. If Dagas would be after this like an empty room, the transformation could be so total that it will even could be like considered that there would be a death waiting, and a beautiful end for this life. Sometimes this rule is pointing out to a long thing that you have achieved, and the start of a season of well-being. Darkness has been left behind, the day has broken, or the day broke. Oh, nevertheless, as always, it's good that you keep yourself in check, and you don't still go like a fool forward to anything, and that you don't do anything careless in your new state. A time of transformation can bring with it a lot of hard work, so do your work in a joyous manner. Okay, so that would be well, that was kind of quite nice, cool, positive, I don't know. So that was the Dagas. Okay, so as I said, as a bonus, this one or the other one is available for you with the other stuff that comes with a donation or membership thing. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anyone exactly being ready, so then, well, I'm gonna be here for a while still, so feel free to be ready when you are ready. So we'll ask another question, but first I'm gonna take a sip of water so I can keep talking. Well, we're gonna go something like wiggle wiggle, and what's in it for me in the what sorry, what was I supposed to say? Is what is happening beneficial to my growth as a person? So is what is happening beneficial to my growth as a person? So we go, no, we don't like the type of that, so we switch it and a couple more, we try again, no, and then it has to be the right one. Now let's say, so the answer would be here, and we will take here, like, could be like a clarification or past, present, future, it depends how it feels, what it comes, what it is. So is this beneficial to my growth as a person? Well, we have the Ace of Swords, and for me, I would have to say that okay, so yeah, so basically I would say yes, this is a consequence of some action that has been taken, because for an action there's always a reaction, or if something is done, something will come out of it. So basically yes, there is a major arcane that is like a inverted, which is the Hangman. Here we have the Three of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles. So basically I think it's like there has been some kind of I would say again with this that there's like in the, if we consider that this would be the past, and then we can consider also together and latter advice, maybe it's confusing, but this is what I tend to do sometimes. Basically that there has been like a yeah, so yeah, the idea is that I'm gonna tell you why that would be beneficial for your growth as a person. So basically it will give you like a yeah, this situation has led you to a position of emotional growth, like it's like a, it feels that it's like a sort of like a good flow. It's like a sort of like a celebration of your emotional growth even. So maybe not like in a really major way, and on the other hand you are as a person, this where you are is making you basically to balance the things, because you could think that this guy is juggling something, but in a sense it's also like maybe like an uncomfortable position in the end, and well, this also is like that you could see even like there's some kind of like a rope that you go, but this is more like balancing if this is the thing what it is. And I think this is also what is going on is good for your, I would say again, like good for your intuition also. So it creates also the growth, emotional growth of your intuition, and your sort of like your understanding on practical matters as well, which would be consist of like health and everything like this. And then we have the inverted hangman there, which basically would kind of be going for more like a high priestess, so it would emphasize also like things that are behind the veil, and some. I think you are learning about kind of information that you have had not accessed before, and this would be more like in the spiritual level. That I think this is, well, fun enough, this is good for you in an emotional, where you are growing emotionally, you are getting more understanding and of the practical matters of the stuff, and basically it's also like you're growing spiritually, so it's like nearly all all elements of the thing is thing. And then it's a sword, so it's the air card, water, and the earth here. So basically I think yes, the position it's good for you in this, and maybe you are in an uncomfortable situation also in this, that maybe it doesn't make you comfortable, but the idea is that you, when you want to grow, something needs to break or something needs to be uncomfortable, I guess, because if you just keep in your comfort zone where you are comfortable, nothing will happen. And I think this is also like well, this is a major thing also, obviously being the major arcane. So basically you're gonna be forced to like observe the information that you carry, I guess, also. And I think you're gonna like have a possibility to kind of make a breakthrough in the spiritual level as well. So I think, yeah, it seems to be that it is very beneficial for you, for your growth as a person. That it's in many levels, if you like to say like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And well, as it is, this is as a person, I guess that kind of relates to your inner world. So it's a growth in your inner world. Basically all of it, I guess, in that sense. And that probably, as the tool will show, that you will, I think that will be projected still also to the kind of the material plane, because I think it shows when somebody has grown as a person and is doing like in that sense well. Also, now I think I saw something, but I don't know if it's true or not, or real. Funny enough. Okay. Again, when you are ready, tell me when you are ready. There's description in the videos, instructions in the video's description, and check the dynamics from there, and we can proceed with that. Okay? And again, hey, thank you so far for subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell so you know where I'm on. I'm on TikTok as well, meaning that I put there some stuff like when I'm on, and maybe some highlights, and who knows what I manage with there. So basically keep subscribing, and I am not kind of channel that you have to subscribe to get a reading. It's a free reading with the twist, which is the Zener cards, using your intuition, training that. So don't worry about it. You subscribe if you want to. I am not gonna, it's not like a subscribe and get a reading kind of thing. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Everyone on their way, but that's not my way. Okay? So then we take something, this being kind of like a serious business, deep stuff there. And of course, for those things that are really personal, for that reason, feel free to book a reading with me if you want to get more deeper into things, because then basically if you take that private reading through video call or whatever, it's gonna be the attention is in you and that not on the chat and some other things. So it's usually gives even more better detailed results because the concentration hopefully is without effort is there and not somewhere else. So that's the stuff basically. Now we're gonna take something then, I don't know, what would be something really like kind of light-hearted and simple, because there is things that are really growth about as a person and all that kind of stuff. So how could I have more fun? We take one card. Oh, sorry. We first gonna wiggle and see it here. How could I have more fun? How could I how could I make life more fun? Well, we got the strength basically here. So basically, I think you would have to look into your whole personality, and I think you would have to somehow well, I think Jung was talking about the shadow work, and the shadow, I have mentioned at some point that I have meditated with the cards, and that has given one of the scariest moments in my whole entire bloody life. Maybe I will tell a story later, but I mentioned at some point I was looking at the mirror in candlelight, I saw half of my face black, and that's the scariest thing that I have ever seen almost. And now I have kind of like hairs on my hands standing up when I talk about it. So I think you have to have more fun also would mean that you have to look into also the dark side of yourself, that maybe not the funny side. If this is your funny side, maybe you look in the serious side, maybe you look in the things that you haven't exactly, you're not okay with yourself. So in a sense also it would create this, for example, that if you're totally okay with yourself, so that you can laugh for yourself, you can have fun of being, and you don't get insulted on it and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would lead, this was supposed to be really light matter and like that, but this becomes really deep thing now, which is I guess good. This is where we are trying for. So basically, yeah, you have to deal things but not force it. Like you can see the woman there who is dealing with the beast, it's not forcing, it's like kind of kindly doing this. So yeah, you need to look into yourself and not just like on the surface a little bit, but you would have to make some introspection that would be more like a meditation, or like really you need to take a deep look what's going on, I would say. So yeah, I guess one way to put it is like become a friend, an amigo with your inner monster. So become friends with the monster that lives inside you. There is a Finnish song actually that reminds me, like there's a guy singing, "Mother, there's a monster deep inside of me," something like this. I don't remember the guy, but the song is really really cool. And that would be interesting song to listen to this, for example. How to have more fun. Says it. I think was it Antero Ilgram? There's a Finnish guy. The video is kind of interesting. He's in the middle of the field, like just standing with a beard and singing the song. And he's kind of nice vocals and everything. It was kind of nice song. It's just this is somehow, I think this is super related to this one. So now I'm gonna be like, I don't know, DJ, or I'm gonna start promoting Finnish artists. Why not? I'm promoting a Finnish tarot deck and a book. It's not paid promotion, I just like it, and this is how it should go. That helps. Okay. So there is like how the song goes actually. I think it was 2012, so it's been a while. It's like, "Mother, there's a monster living inside of me. Somehow it got past you and now it wants to run free. It seems to have my face, but it just can't be me. Mother, there's a monster hidden in my dreams. He seeks to do the business of all evil deeds. I know you raised me better, but he keeps his hold on me." Then goes "Mother," which could be the Empress. "Mother, there is monster. It speaks into my ears. I know you're looking out for me, but this whisper can't be seen. I feel the goodness in me spreading way too thin. I don't remember how it was. I was just a lyric. Mother, you told me he'll never set you free. All through your wretched days he will keep you company. He always comes around, he never truly leaves. Mother, I'm not the monster, it just lives inside of me. Go about the days in perfect harmony and peace. He lets me see the darkness and the pleasures that all I am free. One day I show him the one who sets me free. Someday I will show him the one who sets me free. So that doesn't seem like very shallow, sort of. I think like this is what I thought of this, and this is kind of funny things. I remember, for example, well, there is all sorts of things with the cars, like in the places where I live, there is, for example, a huge tower, and then all sorts of things, like there's a restaurant that is called basically the Carriot, and like in the same city, and all sorts of things. I don't know. It can be scary. Don't freak out too much. Also, I don't know. So I think it starts to be, if nobody's ready. So I will thank for everyone who was here. Jay was here, Krausness was here, Jessica, that is, returning. It's nice to see people coming back. Okay, it's really cool. Thank you for spending your time here. We had Kumar here. I think we missed him at some point in earlier things that I couldn't get the reading through, and now we got the Zener cards working. And by the way, the people had it mostly with first thing, so I think the connection, the synchronicity was super well working. Again with the super, I apologize. I will change that. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm definitely gonna be, yeah, there was Jay, and then Jessica was here. Did I forget someone? Danny was here also. And Joanna, but she kind of disappeared. She went to see the Zeners and never came back, or maybe she will later. You're most welcome to come back. I think it was Joanna. Yeah, it was Joanna. And TB came by, but I think I said hi, which is polite, but then I didn't hear much more of him either. So I remember all of you and all that. And Surabi Kumari, like I said already, was here as well. So, like I said, time is all we have. Spend it well, and if you spend it here, it's probably time well spent as well. Okay? So, for the end, I will tell you not much than I'm gonna be back. Check me on also in TikTok. Follow me. I cannot follow you. Don't take it personally. I cannot follow anyone. I will be there. There's gonna be stuff there. So basically, there is the intro in the end, but it's in the beginning. It's about the channel, inspired by all of you. So pleasant things, and see you soon in the future.